You have time. Even if you think that you don't, you do have time. Because only thing that is promised to us is death. And we don't even know when it's going to happen. So if you're telling me that you don't know when you're going to die, how can you tell me you don't have time? Like, what's your reference point? It's just that you have convinced yourself that you don't have time, even if you do, because you're comparing yourself with others, because of your societal conditioning or your parental conditioning, that you have to achieve certain kind of things in certain timeline, and if you don't achieve this you will be left behind. Says who? We have already established that you are going to die no matter what, and you don't even know when you're going to die. Then who makes these timelines? Everyone is on their own journey, everyone has a different timeline, everyone has a different end to it. Then how the fuck can we compare ourselves to others timeline and feel miserable about ourselves and feel that we are wasting time, and we still waste time thinking about these things that we are wasting time? Do you understand the paradox of it? Let's rewind back to 5 years. Like 5 years before, what were you doing in your life? How much have you progressed in your life in different aspects of your life? In your relationships, in your business, in your career, in your money, in your financial, in your spiritual growth, in your mental growth. How much have you grown in the last 5 years? If you think that you haven't grown in any aspect of your life, it can never happen. Even if you sit idle, you would have done something. But for the sake of it, let's assume that you haven't achieved anything in your life. Do you still want to be the same person 5 years from now? I'm assuming it's an astonishing no. If you don't want to be the same person 5 years from now, start taking actions. But maybe you're not able to take any action even if you know what you want to do, because of fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of judgment, whatever it is. I just want to tell you one thing, that no one is going to remember you after you are gone. In 100 years, all the people that are living on this earth won't be here. No one is going to remember you in 100 years. What the fuck is stopping you to take actions? Is it because you have failed so much in the past that you fear taking a new step because you are assuming that you will fail? Like, what if I fail? What if I still embarrass myself? What if I still become a loser? But have you ever thought about that? What if you succeed this time? What if you get what you want this time? What if you transform your life and live the life that you always dreamed of? And if you have thought about that as well, why are not able to take any action? Because you think that if you fail this time, you will still waste your life, you still waste your time, and you don't want to waste any more time. But failure is the most important thing in life to teach you things. Even if you think that you have wasted your life until this point, you haven't learned things from your mistakes. You haven't learned what the failure was trying to taught you. You haven't learned things. That's why you're making the same mistakes. And even if you have learned things, you're not able to apply it to your life, and you're just pursuing the perfectionism because you want to be perfect this time, because you don't have time to waste. But the paradox of it is that you are wasting time thinking about not wasting time because you're pursuing perfectionism. Because there is nothing like perfectionism in life. What is perfect for me might not be perfect for you. Then what is perfectionism? Is it about your own expectation from yourself? And if that's the thing, why are you expecting so much before even taking any action? Are you just hoping to succeed without doing anything, without failing, without countering your problems, without finding the solutions? Are you just trying to blame your situations or the people around you or your luck for that matter? Are you blaming yourself because you don't learn things? Are you blaming yourself because you fail every time? Are you blaming yourself because you feel like a loser? Because when we don't do anything, we want to do everything and we want to do it perfectly. Because we start overthinking about the things, because we don't want to fail, because we don't want to waste time, because we fear of rejection and fear of judgment and fear of embarrassment, whatever it is. But when you start doing something, you just want to do that. Your overthinking seems to fade out. Your fear of rejection seems to fade out over time. Your fear of failure, your fear of judgment seems to fade out over time, because you have started to do things and solving the problems and solving the things that is bothering you. And once you start finding solutions, there will be more problems, bigger problems to solve. That's humanity. That's how human works. And that will give you the confidence that if you encountered a problem, you found it a solution. And even if there is more problems in your life in future, which there will be, you will still find a solution because you have been finding solutions of your problems. It will give you immense confidence that will lead to every aspect of your life. And the biggest mistake people make is that they tie their happiness to an outcome in the future they have no control over. If you're tying your happiness and contentment to a thing that you don't have any control over in the future, you are meant to be broken. You are meant to be sad for your whole life. Because once you understand that happiness is a choice, not a goal, you will start living differently. Because I have seen people who have immense amount of money who are miserable in their personal lives, and I have seen people who don't have a lot of money but they are still happy and content in their life. It's about your attitude. It's about how you feel about yourself. It doesn't have to do anything apart from you and outside of you. Of course, money helps. Of course, everything outside you helps. But if you attach your self-worth or happiness or confidence or whatever it is to an external thing, you are meant to be broken and sad. You will be sad of your whole life, even if you achieve things. Because one, you will start pushing your goalposts, even if you achieve something that you have always dreamt of. You won't see it as something that you have achieved, and you won't give credit to yourself because the thing that you tied to it, the happiness, you didn't get it. Then you think that, okay, if I didn't feel happiness achieving this particular thing, I believe that I have to achieve more to feel happiness. And even if you achieve that, you will still not feel happiness because you fail to understand that happiness is a choice, not a goal. Once you start understanding these things, and it's very, very minute things, but it fucking change your whole life. It will just change the direction of your life and the mindset and how you perceive life and how you perceive time. You get anxious because you think about the future so much, and you get depressed because you think about your past so much, and you blame yourself so much for the mistakes that you made, that it is affecting your present. What if I fail? What if I waste my time? What if I do this and that and that? You still get into overthinking mindset, and then you don't take any action. Then the only thing left is to be in present. And how to be in present? You have to be grateful about your life. Once you understand this thing, that you have to be grateful about your life, because in the end, everything changes. Even if you think that you're not going to lose a particular thing, you will lose that thing. And even if you think that you're not going to that particular thing, you will get a particular thing and you will still lose it again. That's how universe work. That's how life work. If you think that your parents will be with you, they won't be. If you think that a particular life partner will be with you, won't be. Either it's through breakup or either it's through death, whatever it is. Because the only constant in life is change. And being grateful will help you to be in present, so that you don't regret doing things or not doing things when you had it. If you want to avoid regret and guilt, once you start being in present by being grateful, you will start focusing on the thing that you can do right now, because you don't know when you are going to die. Once you start understanding that your concept of time is skewed and flawed, you will start believing in yourself that, okay, all I have in my control is right now and the action that I take. And I won't tie my happiness in a future event which I have no control over. If you think that a particular outcome will give you happiness, what if that particular outcome doesn't happen? What if that particular outcome does happen and still don't give you happiness? You will just keep on chasing happiness for your whole life, and on your deathbed, you will realize, and I bet you that you will realize, that you could have done things differently, because you knew what you wanted to do, because you knew how you wanted to do it. You just didn't do it because you didn't want to waste time, or because of your fear of failure, or fear of judgment, or fear of rejection, or fear of embarrassment. You didn't do these things. And in the end, when you look back at your life, you feel that I have wasted my life, I could have done things differently, but now I don't have time.